Greetings, class. For your SPaG lesson today, we are looking at conjunctions. When, if, because, although are 4 examples of conjunctions. And the animal that we'll be looking at for this lesson is the painted wolf. So our learning objective is we are learning how to write sentences with more than one clause by using a wider range of conjunctions that include when, if, because, and although. And as we said before, the context is the painted wolf. Now, before you watch the clip, I shall give you a reading of the clip description. The artistically named painted wolf gets its name from the patchy brown and caramel colour of its fur, although it has been called at least 10 other different names, such as the African wild dog and the hyena dog. Sadly, they are one of the most endangered carnivores in Africa, with only 6,600 left in the world. In this fascinating clip, we learn about Tate, a painted wolf, and her 2-week-old puppies. On their first day out in the open, the puppies meet 2 honey badgers, who aren't the friendliest of creatures. What will happen to Tate's puppies? Watch the clip to find out. So now you may pause the video, go follow the link to see this video, and then come back and resume with me. And now that you are back, we are going to do a word challenge. Can you list some words or phrases that accurately describe the painted wolf's unusual fur? So if something is unusual, that might mean that you've never seen it before. It might mean that it's a bit of a strange, it has a bit of a strange appearance. So some examples are an artist's paint palette. So the wolf's fur looks like somebody's palette, an artist's palette with all the colours mixed together and blended. You could also use the word dappled, which means when there are little dots of colour. You could use the word splattered because it's like a paint splatter, like a splodge of paint. Those are some words, and that's a phrase as well to describe the painted wolf's unusual fur. Can you come up with some of your own? Right, second part is the grammar bit. Read the 3 scintillating sentences opposite. Notice how they have been extended to include more than one clause or section. So you have 3 sentences on the opposite side, which I will read to you in a bit. And just bear in mind that there's a conjunction that has made that sentence bigger. Now remember, a clause typically contains a subject and a verb. The words in bold are subordinating conjunctions, and we can use them to add extra information to our sentences, which make them more interesting. So let's read those 3 scintillating sentences now. The first one, Tate took her pups back into the safety of the den when the honey badgers appeared. So when is a conjunction, it is in bold, and it is used to add the extra information that the honey badgers appeared. Sentence number 2, Tate's youngest daughter barked at the honey badgers because she sensed they would cause trouble. Because is the conjunction there, and it is adding that extra detail that the youngest daughter could feel that somebody is coming, somebody not very good for them, because she thinks that they are going to cause trouble, so she is barking. So the conjunction because helps to give that detail. And lastly, sentence number 3, if Tate hadn't taken her puppies back to their den, the honey badgers may have attacked them. So the conjunction if is at the start of the sentence there, and the way it provides detail is by giving us 2 options or 2 different types of information. You've got if. So if I didn't do this, this wouldn't happen. So you've got that balance of 2 points there. So that's what the conjunction if lets the sentence do. So now, with a partner or by yourselves or with an adult, compare these 2 different ways of writing the same information. Which is more effective and why? Although she was quite old, Tate still managed to have another litter of pups. And the second way of writing the same information is, Tate was quite old. She managed to have another litter of pups. Which one do you think is more effective? And then you also have to give your reason why. Personally, I think that the first sentence is more effective because it just sounds more interesting when I'm reading it. I'm more eager to read this one. It makes me a little bit more excited. So maybe my opinion is different to yours, but let me know by writing your thoughts down and then putting it onto Tapestry for me to see. A little did you know fact. Painted wolves are very social mammals that live in packs. So social means when you like to hang around a lot of people, or in their case, a lot of animals. You like to talk, you like to stay with somebody rather than stay by yourself. And the way that they live in packs, or what that looks like, is you stay as a team, you're in a group. So that's like saying that you are with your family, you like to stay with your family. You live, or you do everything in a pack. You do it with your family, not by yourself. Collectively, they hunt together, they share food, and they look after newborn pups. So those are 3 things that painted wolves like to do together. Now, your whiteboard challenge. We have 3 challenges here. As I've said before, if you don't have a whiteboard, then you are more than welcome to just write it down on a piece of paper with a pencil. So your first challenge is complete the first sentence by choosing the correct subordinating conjunction from the word wall. And then you are going to rewrite the sentence so that this conjunction is at the beginning of the sentence. So I'm going to read out the first sentence to you now. The painted wolf gets its artistic, I'll start that again. The painted wolf gets its artistic name, blank, of its patchy fur coat. So you're going to complete the first sentence by choosing the correct subordinating conjunction from the word wall. Subordinating, if you're thinking that's a big fancy word, what does that mean? It just means it's in the middle of the sentence and it adds extra detail. So the conjunctions that you can choose from are as follows. We can do my turn, your turn. Because, although, when, if, painted wolf, pup, unsteady, paint splattered, honey badger, protective, aggressive, emerged, growled. So pick one of them and once you've picked one of them, for your next exercise in challenge 1, you're going to rewrite the sentence so that that very conjunction is not in the middle of the sentence anymore, but rather at the beginning. Then challenge number 2 is to finish the second sentence by adding extra information, continuing from the subordinating conjunction when. So sentence number 2, I will read to you now. It says, the pups were a bit shaky on their feet when blank. So your subordinating conjunction is when. That is the conjunction in the middle of the sentence, and you just have to complete that sentence by adding extra information. The pups were a bit shaky on their feet when what happened? Then at challenge number 3, using a subordinating conjunction such as when, if, because, and although, and some of the descriptive words from the word wall, write your own scintillating sentence about the animals featured in the film clip. So you're going to watch the film clip and then you're going to write your own sentence. You have to use at least one subordinating conjunction inside the sentence, so in the sentence, such as when, if, because, and although. And then you also have to use some of the descriptive words that you can see here in the word wall. So that is challenge number 3. And then we move on to the 4th part of our SPaG lesson, which is where you have the Inspired by Nature worksheet, which if you click on it, you will have access to and you can complete that. And you also have 3 different writing ideas that you can choose to do. The writing idea is inspired, or it's revolving around, it's focused on this sentence. Long ago, the painted wolf had a grey, featureless fur coat. So there are 3 different writing ideas to do with this sentence. The first idea, starting with this sentence, write your own just so story that has the following title: How the Painted Wolf Got Its Beautiful Coat. So if you're going with this idea, you're writing the title, How the Painted Wolf Got Its Beautiful Coat, And then starting with the sentence I read to you, long ago the painted wolf had a grey featureless fur coat, you're going to write a story about how the wolf ended up having a coat as beautiful as it does. If you don't want to do that, the second writing idea is imagine you are Tate. Write a persuasive letter to the honey badgers, attempting to persuade them to stay away from your new puppies. So you're not writing as yourself. I think for the first time ever, you're writing as somebody else, and not even another human, but an animal. This would be interesting to see how you do with this, boys and girls, because it's very different to what we have normally done when it comes to letter writing. And remember, it's a persuasive letter, so you need to try to convince somebody to do something from this letter. It's not just to give information. That would be an informative letter. And if you don't want to do that writing idea, if you don't want to go along with that, you have the third writing idea, which is, sadly, painted wolves are often hunted and killed by farmers who fear for their livestock. They are also threatened by shrinking space to roam and diseases like rabies and canine distemper. Write an information report about painted wolves that includes a section on the threats mentioned above. This would be a fantastic writing idea because it's related to what you're learning at the moment in English with non-chronological report writing. So you could take what you've learnt from that subject and then apply it to this SPaG lesson, to this writing idea if you'd like to. So those are your three writing ideas. You have a related clip that you are more than welcome to watch, which is about painted wolf cubs and how they are saved by an angry buffalo. Just a little extra video if you would like to watch it. That is all from me for your SPaG lesson, boys and girls. So you've got your whiteboard challenges, you've got writing ideas, and I hope you do enjoy learning a bit more about the painted wolf as well. I know I did. Best time. I'll see you very soon. Bye.